Hi, my name is Kim Smith with Performance Porsche in Chapel Hill. Today I'm going to show you how to repair a flat tire if you are stranded on the side of the road. First thing to do is to call Porsche Roadside Assistance, 1-800-PORSCHE. If that's not convenient or you don't have the roadside assistance program still in effect on it, I'm going to show you how to repair the flat tire with the instructions in the car. First thing we do is we go in under the hood, of course. Once under the hood, you need the canister of Fix-A-Flat, which is conveniently stored right there. This container is just as you think it is. On it, it is a squeeze bottle full of tire sealant material, and the objective is to get this inside of the tire. And I'll show you how that's done in just a minute. All right, you also need the compressor in order to pump the tire back up, and it's conveniently located underneath of this cover panel, which you just take off and remove. The compressor for the Boxster is mounted right here, and you just pull it out, and you're going to be using this to pump up the tire as well as any other low tire pressure situations anytime in the future on it. This part plugs onto the tire just like an air compressor would. This plugs into the cigarette lighter. It's best to have the engine running if you can, if you're going to use this for long periods of time. Just for fixing a flat, you don't need to. The container of the tire sealant, just remove that out. You have to remove the cap right there. The stuff is flammable, so be very careful with it. No smoking nearby, but just keep in mind it is flammable. You get the cap on it like that. Now, what they want you to do is to remove the valve stem core in here. And of course the tire is flat on it, but you've got the little valve stem core in here, and they have a tool to take that out with. And they also give you an extra valve stem core in there. This tool here removes it. It just goes inside and unscrews to remove it. Once that's done, leave the nail in the tire, by the way. Leave the nail in the tire. This goes in there and you squeeze, empty the container completely by squeezing it into the tire on it. Take your time and just get every bit of it into the tire that you could possibly get in there. Okay, after you get all of the tire sealant material in the tire, squeezed into the tire, and it is kind of best to have the punctured part of the tire down if possible so that the sealant does travel around to the actual hole in the tire if you know where it is. But anyway, after you remove the canister, put on your pump. It just screws on there and plug it into the cigarette lighter. You've got a pressure gauge on here, and you can bring it on up to about 35 to 40 pounds of pressure on it. Again, it does have on the gauge there. Now, it takes several minutes to do this. If the tire is completely flat, it might take 5 to 10 minutes in order for it to pump up. It's got to go through the sealing process, and then it's got to pump the air into the tire on it. So don't be alarmed if it takes a while. Just kind of wait it out on that. Just wanted to do a recap. Removing the valve stem core using this tool right here. After you've got the sealant into the tire, make sure that you put the valve stem core back in before you start the compressor to pump the tire up. It's also helpful, as I said earlier, to try to have the hole in the tire down low so that the sealant gets to it. But again, if you have any questions, refer to your owner's manual or contact Roadside Assistance at 1-800-PORSCHE.